Chad, it's been approved. 2 minutes. I'm quicker than ever. I've cracked the code, and I will say welcome for real this time to the actual stream. Now that I'm approved again on TikTok, where we are going to do a quick little recap of the dev stream. I mean, it's more like the highlights for me. We're gonna talk primarily about the new stuff. I mean, the stuff that they haven't mentioned with like Technosite Coda, like all that stuff. You know, I'm foreseeing a lot of farming in my future. Like, it's just going to be nothing but, well, it's at least going to be randomizer, but it's still going to be so much of that stuff. So I can feel it, but you know, if I'm going to mention that, I will mention right off the bat that what is it, the elemental vice, the elemental vice, where you can just change the element. You buy it from Eleanor. I'm like, okay, that's actually a use. That's a pretty good use for 1999 standing. I was like, you know, I was very, very happy to see that. So that was a welcome change. So I will mention that right off the bat. But yeah, obviously you guys know. Oh, I was gonna pull this up. This is their little splash page that they put up for the new update. But yeah, chat, what can I say except for I'm excited. I know I'm going to be doing way too much of this stuff for like way too long. I don't know if I'm going to farm temple yet. I'll have to decide, but yeah, we'll chill on the splash page and like talk about what's there. But yeah, now that we're all set up, let's scroll down. I guess we should talk about temple right off the bat if that's what's going to happen. So obviously they have like a metronome. It has a little perfect indicator in the middle, so you land it in the perfect indicator, and then you get like a 50% efficiency buff. So it's like you really don't need efficiency. Like that's all you're fine. That's it. I mean, unless you want to use like blind rage, and then maybe you could mess around with like the level. Anyway, I don't want to get too distracted, but so yeah, you use all the abilities in time with the beat basically. And sorry for everybody that's what would be the game? For me, it was a game called, you guys ready for this? This is kind of a lore bomb. It was Patapon 2. Not the first one, not the third one, the second one. So all my Patapon hits, I was like maybe 13, 14 on a PSP. So I've got a decent rhythm, so I think I'll be fine. But yeah, it's a fun idea. They were like, well, I guess I hope you'll learn good rhythm, and it's like, what if I'm bad at rhythm? And they were like, yeah, well, and like, it was so funny. So first ability, pyrotechnics, is like a pillar of flame. It's the Helminth, so you can have hopefully a pretty strong, I don't know how strong it is as a Helminth, but maybe a pretty strong Helminth that procs fire, which is important for some arcanes that we can talk about. But yeah, the speakers for the 2, I mean, obviously more crit chances, basically a wave of heat. So, you know, this is going to kind of stagger enemies, and I don't know if it staggers enemies. It may just only apply crit chance, which would still be very powerful, but that's fine by me. Whatever they do with it, I'll probably be fine with it. I don't know if you guys know me for that yet, but number 3, ability 3, make them briefly invulnerable and healing them. So it gives you overshield from what I saw, so it seems pretty spammable. And then I think there was like some mechanic where it was like, if you're casting your other abilities like in time with the beat, then you'll keep this active. And here, what did I write down? Nailing metronome refreshes and buffs, also immune and shield. Okay, yeah. So I was like, okay, you can kind of activate it and then potentially get like extra use out of it. So like more duration, keep it active for your teammates. So it seems, yeah, you're kind of like locked in for that animation, but I guess that's the whole point. And then yeah, final ability is Exalted Solo. This is Lizzie, the exalted guitar that talks. So fucking, that's gamer right there. But yeah, it's a flamethrower. You like zoom in and then you can shoot, you use the abilities and you'll like shoot little orbs and shit. So you can get like viral and magnetic and corrosive. And I was like, kind of like that. But yeah, it was a kind of a win for not helmeting, like keeping the kit as is. I might remove the one, but I feel like it's kind of fun. It would be kind of fun to just spam. So yeah, you'll probably see me. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit too easy, but yeah, the whole like, I don't know. I've always kind of been of the mind that you try out a new frame for long enough, and you kind of get the vibes. Like, I don't know, man. There's too many frames out there for you to not like. For me, like, yeah, they're all weird in their own way, but like once you start to understand the weirdness of like a lot of different frames, you're like, okay, I kind of get this. You have to like understand the language a little bit, and yeah, man. I mean, I love this shit. I'm excited. I'm always excited for the new frame. Yeah, the proto frames, obviously. Whew. Minerva and Velimir, we love that shit. I just used their splash screen for the thumbnail. It was just a little bit too easy to do. Like it's a really such a good. What can I say? I don't want to say anything else, but yeah, they're so sick. I just want to like, I don't know. They were in like a bar, and I was like, fuck yeah. And obviously you have. I have it somewhere. One of these things talks about all these crash courses. Yeah, I see it over there. Yeah, all these crash courses like this. It looks insane. I'm like, does it change? Like, is it changing every week? Is that why it's different, like weekly leaderboard, or is it like the leaderboard just reset? I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I mean, for it, yeah, you drop the motorcycle, you might as well drop a fucking time trial. I was like, oh my god. I don't know where to go next. Let's see. Yeah, we kind of talked about the proto frames. I guess they'll kind of talk about it. You know, Flare is a temple, so that was just a sick trailer. I mean, I just love the trailer. I'll watch that trailer. They can show me that trailer as many times as they want, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm fine with it every single time. Like, that's a fun trailer. So, and then obviously Kaya. Yeah, crazy Nova proto frame. I don't know if you guys guessed it. Did you guys guess it correctly? I love Frost. He's just like, or like what is it, Velimir? I want to see how like it. I would assume it's like a coat that like flows and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? What does he actually look like in? Am I like bullet jumping around and his coat is just like going all crazy? So, Technosite Coda. Yeah, you'll see this in game. We kind of talked about it in the last episode. I mean, you have to like do bounties to get the different mods, and then you'll get like these buffs for when you're actually testing the mods. And I was like, oh god. So I'm doing a shit ton of bounties to get the correct mods, and then once I have the ones that I need, then I'm just kind of burn it. Like, I don't know how exactly I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna have to like try it off camera and just like I don't know how much farming of the bounties. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna be like playing these bounties till the day that I die. So yeah, in terms of Coda, I mean, I feel like a lot of it, you know, especially what I talk about in my Lich video, is like it's something that's hard. Like, it's important to like articulate in like verbally and through a video, because it's like very complicated. And you know, when I did my video, I was like, listen, like, you should farm a bunch of Requiem relics. Like, you should just do a shit ton of them. Like, you kind of have to, because you're just gonna need so many different Requiem mods. Obviously, if you know the correct element that you want, then most of the time that's all you need, is just whatever first roll you get. But yeah, these guys, I like the idea that it's just tokens, so you can just kind of farm it as much as you want and farm up a bunch of them, but you really only need, you know, one for each. I mean, sometimes I would say you would need more. Like, if I'm getting a weapon, or like say I'm getting a melee weapon and I want to get that higher intrinsic bonus, then I'm gonna have to, you know, farm more to hopefully roll a higher bonus. So it seems like it's gonna be way too much content. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna be burning this shit like my I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be so fried by the end of it, just doing this forever and ever. But that's kind of the whole point, I guess, is like there's so much to do that you kind of have to pace yourself a little bit. But yeah, Temporal Archimedia, I'm glad they just put this here, but you can get these Peely picks, so you get some unique modifiers. Wonderful. So I guess these are like things you'll collect and spend. I don't know if it's like, I would assume it's a consumable. But here's the thing. You have Elite Archimedia on the Entrati, and now you have it in 1999, and now they are two separate things that use the same currency. So you're spending the pulses for the Temporal Archimedia. So you're doing Elite Archimedia now, and then you're also doing Temporal Archimedia. So this may be a Monday thing. I may have to roll up on a Monday and see what Elite Archimedia and Temporal Archimedia is like on a Monday, but that would be too crazy. I don't know if I could do it, if I'm being honest. And I feel like Temporal Archimedia will kind of kill me, so we'll have to see. I might have to try it off camera and just see how it plays, but I'm assuming it should beat the shit out of you, dude. There's a couple enemies. You guys know the enemies. If you played 1999, you know the enemies. So yeah, what did I write down? Yeah, I didn't write down a lot for Temporal Archimedia. Whew. New personal mods, yeah. Oh yeah. So I didn't even mention it, but it's coming out on March 19th. But I hope that came through. Most of this other stuff I'm just gonna like talk about. I wrote down some notes for it, so we'll just chill on this screen and you can watch my loadout and get curious. We covered the proto frames, we covered Temple, we covered this for the most part. Yeah, the Kim stuff, you can like talk to them in the Kim. I'm like, whatever, man, I can get down with it. But you know, I'll just do it so that I can learn, and then that'll be it. I'll learn the story. I want to put these two here. I could mention that the new ephemeras that you get from these coda infested enemies, they've got like either an energy theme or like a gross infested body part theme. So I kind of like it. I like the idea of like, I mean, there was a few that I saw and I was like, I think you could make it work. I think you could put together a weird setup. So I should also mention Temple's weapon is a pistol, and it like shoots into an enemy and like embeds and then like it returns is what it teleports back for more damage. So it deals a damage tick and then it deals a damage tick again. So I was like, seems pretty interesting, but we'll see how much damage it does. But yeah, that's the Riot 848. That's a pretty sick name, but yeah, we should be ready for the ephemeras. Like, the ephemeras are going to be... You're going to see that everywhere. That heart ephemera that they were showing, too many people are going to be rocking that. I think it's probably... Oh, I could probably finish this out. So, the way to get Temple is from Solstice Square, which is just, like, modified defense. It's a defense, and then you have a demo list. That's all I wrote down, because that's kind of all it is. I was like... Doesn't seem too crazy. It seems kind of fun, but honestly, yeah. There you go. That's a lot of 1999 content that I'll potentially have to farm. I'll probably farm the Riot 848 actually, and then I don't know about the other stuff, but I could cover the new player stuff, which is also pretty important. I guess I'm saving the big stuff for the end. I'll cover the arcanes and stuff last, but in terms of new player stuff, which I am going to mention in my upcoming video, which is coming out next week, no more Necromech, so that's it. When you're doing the new war, you don't need to farm a Necromech, and so I was like, fuck. I was going to do a whole video about how, you know, I farmed out a gun that just nuked Necromechs, and it's like, now you don't need them. And I'm like... Say less. You know what I mean? I didn't have any mods on my Necromech, but I just had to get a Necromech, and that was kind of it. So that's number 1 for new player stuff. Number 2, better star chart / junctions. So like the whole loadout is just changed. I was like, you can just, or excuse me, like the whole layout has changed. Like you can just burn through it faster. I was like, I don't know what it's going to look like necessarily, but it seems like you can probably burn through most of the content pretty easily now. So I think that is super impressive. But yeah, that's number 2. When you get your Archwing, you get the Archwing launcher segment. So you can go into the planes. I think you still need to get the resources for the Archwing launcher, which does suck. That's like a shit ton of Oxium, but hey man, I feel it. I guess if you don't go for the kit gun, then you don't need it. So I was gonna look at Master Rank 4 and see what kind of weapons. Like I need to look at what weapons are available in terms of like a rifle that would at least somewhat benefit you on like for a new player. I'm kind of thinking like something that can proc some kind of status, like proc a bunch of viral, and then you can just run in with the Zorus and still kind of nuke. So yeah, oh, Archwings are also easier to craft. I guess that was the other one. And then there's less mandatory nodes. So seems pretty good. Seems like they did a good job of explaining it, but I think when you see it, you're gonna be like, ooh, wow, like that's good shit. So I do appreciate them doing that, and then unfortunately it happens this late into the game, but I will say it does mean that Steel Path is way more important. So I have been thinking about doing, like an arbitrations video about like what type of setup you want to do. Did they mention what the new arcanes do? Yeah. I have the new arcanes here. Oh my god, dude, holy shit. My multi-stream is working with TikTok. I can see the TikTok chat. Oh my god. Would you recommend Nidus? Yeah, I think Nidus is very strong. He's like a health tank, but I have kind of a weird setup on him because obviously he can kind of take a lot of damage and he can take some big hits. So there's kind of an interesting setup you can run with Nidus, but I think for a lot of content he's very strong. But dude, the TikTok chat shows up in the multi-stream for Streamlabs. That is incredibly powerful. So shout out Ymel, welcome in. Glad we can get an upgrade. We got a fat fucking upgrade. So yeah, if you can get Nidus or Nidus Prime, I think it's very cool. So yeah, I have the arcanes right here. I wrote them down. So Arcane Escape on Mercy, gain 1 stack up to 10, and then 5 stacks are a revive and 12 seconds of invulnerability. So that's pretty good. Well, I mean, is it hard to mercy kill Eximus? I don't think it's actually too hard to mercy kill Eximus. So that's number 1. That is Arcane Escape. Number 2 is Hotshot. So this is 6% crit for 10 seconds on Warframe ability that deals fire damage. So every time you deal a fire tick, and I don't know if this works with Archon Vitality. I don't know if this will count towards multiple stacks. So that would be a gamer moment. Shout out Ymel for following. Appreciate that. Do I have the audio off? Yeah, I do have the audio off. All right, now I can hear you. Apologies, Ymel. Shout out Isaiah for dropping some likes as well. So yeah, that is Hotshot. So you got 50 stacks of 6% crit chance for 10 seconds. So if it's just on Warframe ability, and it's weapon crit chance. So I didn't write that, but obviously Temple, game over. Obviously Temple has a Helminth, which is also game over. That means if you want fire damage, if you want to use this arcane, throw on Temples. I guess you won't get the bonus, so you might have to spam it, so you'll have to see how effective it is. But I definitely think, Ember might be a fun choice. Obviously Temple, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go with. But yeah, we'll see. I really want to do this mod, Hotshot, Arcane Hotshot. I want to do that and Arcane Avenger. Oh god, I just bumped my whole desk. I want to do that and Arcane Avenger. So I think that would just be crazy, but that would mean no survivability Arcane. So I'd have to see what kind of power I can get. But and then the last one is Universal Fallout, which is each rad proc gives a yet unknown percentage chance for a universal orb. So I I don't think you could spam this very effectively on like Breach Surge, but there may be a couple choices that you could try. So, still seems pretty good. A Universal Orb is very powerful. We love both. I mean, yeah, I've loved Lavos so much now. I feel so spoiled now. I can just create these Universal Orbs, and it makes my whole life easier. It's like it's like built-in equilibrium. I mean, you could probably... I mean, obviously it seems like a Corvax build, but... Vitrica is a good sword. It's got some decent stats. I use it as a Bonkfluence, so it's kind of a weird setup, but... obviously there's like a class of melee weapons that are far beyond anything else, so... in terms of like I think it has completely balanced stats. Here, we can look at it. I mean, my build is weird, but yeah, I guess we can. Here, I'll show you I'll let you look at the Vitrica build real quick, but I don't think it's the craziest weapon in the world. This is purely bonking, but you can see it's got a slight weight towards slash, so it's weighted towards slash by a little bit of a margin. We can look over here. It is yeah, a couple percentage points, so it's not huge, but yeah, you could kind of build into that if you want, and you get some OK slash. But I like just using it as a heavy slam weapon because obviously it's a heavy blade, so it has a really good heavy slam radius. So yeah, that's about it. I guess the next things I should talk about real quick. Obviously I mentioned Elemental Vices. Buy that from Eleanor. Great use for 1999 standing. Thank God I finally have a use for that shit. I love the idea of more in-depth sound settings because I don't want to hear enemies dying. I could give a fuck, bro. I'm so sick of like if I want to hear my what am I trying to say? Like my Gemini, my Gemini skin, like it's always fucking oh my god. Shout out Riley Batchelor for saying hey, welcome in. How much is that Tenet Ferox skin? Tenet Ferox skin? This is just the Tenet Ferox. This is just what the Tenet Ferox looks like. This is the loadout. Are you just talking about the colors? I can just show it. But yeah, love the sound sets. Oh, I love the idea that if you've already bought something in a pack, then you'll save some money. So that's super gamer. I've done that a lot. So there's a couple examples, but where would you go to farm? Where would you go to farm speed mods? Speed mods. Like Rush for the Exilus. But if you want, we can join a party. If you want, it doesn't matter. But I need some speed mods. Huh? Where would you farm? I would have to look into the drop locations for that stuff. Oh, look at this. It's working. Oh, and then it's got to like update. I'm out of the game for a while because my new job. But that's a beautiful weapon. Yeah. Yeah, this is just... I mean, it's got gold as its base. It's got a big strip of gold that you can add, and then this is just a red accent. So it's basic ass setup for me. So sprint speed. Yeah. So you could get Rush. Here, I could look up where Rush is. Here, let me burn through this a little bit quicker so I can finish this out. Oh, I almost forgot to mention this. Corrupted Ancients, Ancient Protectors getting a nerf. Thank God. They can't self-buff, at least from what I can tell. So if you see that Ancient Overguard wave, you just fucking nuke those dudes. I have Rush, but there's more, but I don't know where they are. There's the mod for the Aura slot called Sprint Boost. And then... is there a mod for the Warframe? Here, let's see what I can look up. Is it sprint speed? There's Armored Agility, which gives you sprint speed. Parkour Velocity, sprint speed. That's not terrible. Amar's Anguish, okay. Speed Drift, sprint speed. So this is from Lua. This is Halls of Ascension on Lua. So these are like some other mods that you can get. Yeah, Amar's Anguish. That's from Narmer Bounties. That's like a random chance. Yeah, there's sprint boost, there's rush. So I guess those are the ones. It's cool. I didn't even realize Amar's Anguish exists. This will make you teleport to enemies when you do a heavy attack. So I've done that a lot. But yeah, speed drift is pretty sick. But yeah, this is Halls of Ascension on Lua. I don't remember which. Oh, I know which one this is. Oh, that's an awful chance. I could send you my mod loadout. Yeah, my my username is above my head. It's right here. So you can send me a friend request. But yeah, I guess the main stuff, the meat and potatoes that I should cover is like, yeah, I mean, good thing that ancient healers got buffed. Like the corrupted ancients getting nerfed is super powerful. Excuse me, I said buffed, I meant nerfed, but yeah, the other really important thing is the the pseudo exalted stat stick rework. So you know, every Warframe ability has a stat stick, or has a exalted weapon now, essentially. So you know, Pablo did say that so when you attack, you get a 12 times bonus. I guess that's what he was saying. Like the heavy attack gets the 12 times bonus at max combo, but your normal attack only gets like a 4 times combo bonus. So I guess that would be important. But yeah, I didn't mention. Did I mention that Riley Bachelor followed? I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, appreciate that, dude. Nice, shout out. But yeah, so what they did is that the base damage is lowered. It's cut in half basically, so you'll get slightly more attack damage when you're at max combo. You like Harrow? Yeah, Harrow is insanely goated. You can basically do whatever stats you want, and it's not too crazy. The fourth ability on Harrow is super broken. The second ability on Harrow is super broken. You could get shields in other ways, which is kind of a way to use a Helminth. Yeah, I saw the friend request, so appreciate that, Riley. But yeah, you know, the other thing, obviously we've already mentioned before, exalted weapons are getting access to arcanes. But also Exalted Blade and Serene Storm, the ranged attack, the bullet that you shoot, actually builds combo as well. So that's incredibly important. And then yeah, you get an Exilus slot for certain weapons, and then you get extra capacity from the stances. So there's a whole separate stuff about Ash. You get more shurikens that build combo. You have a longer smoke screen. The base duration is increased by 50%, which makes it, I mean, probably not as good as Loki, but close. Bro, I'm seriously about to quit Warframe because of a mission. Really? Which mission? Holy shit. Fatal Teleport increases smoke screen time. That is an augment. So if you have the Fatal Teleport augment, you can keep your smoke screen active, but honestly, I'm fine with not using that and just recasting a longer duration. So I'm okay with that. And then the Blade Storm is just one big damage hit. And yeah, you have a larger mark range. And obviously it is a exalted weapon. Now this is the part where I mentioned that Pablo did show off some stats, and we were like, whoa, look at those stats. Holy shit, they're so low. But chat, I think I start to figure out the setup pretty well. Infiltrate Corpus Archives. Oh yeah. Well, you would have to get a stealth frame. Is this like a spy mission? Yeah, a lot of spy missions is that it's either you have to just be super patient and it's really annoying and it's an awful fucking room, or you have to like parkour through some shit. Like if it is a spy mission, yeah, spy mission is like a skill check, low key, in Warframe. I hate to say it, but the last thing I should mention, they talked about some augments. Oh, here, let me do the friend request while I'm here. Wild Riley, appreciate it. And then I can come over here and then talk, and then snagged. And then no, I got you. So there were 3 augments that I thought were cool. The Soul Gate augment, I don't really know if I'm gonna use, but it turns your Soul Gate into like an AoE that does damage. I can stealth my ship. Oh, doing the MR19 I hate stealth. Yeah, I feel it. I've been stuck for days. Oh yeah, know your frame. Yeah. That test, it's 19? Oh my god. No, that's the one. Oh, for Goss? Oh yeah. No, this is a good one. Rush. So yeah, you could put in sprint boost here. You have a Mars Anguish, double jump. So yeah, the only one that you would need is so you'd have to do Halls of Ascension on Lua, and you would have to do Nightmare missions, and then you would get access to Armored Agility if you want to put all the speed mods. So you would need sprint boost here, Armored Agility, and then Speed Drift will be less casting speed, but you could technically do that. But if you wanted to go all the speed mods, that would be all the speed mods. I do like double jump strength. That is pretty sick. So I always encourage people. Oh, that's sick. This Goss moving at full speed, that's gaming. Look at those feet. Oh, is that just what Goss's feet look like all the time? Oh no, I see now. Oh, that's sick. I like how that skin looks. Is this the Agito skin? Ooh,
Pazul's assassin.
Oh, this is an armor set. Doppline Prime. Oh, dude. I'm looking at this one. Which one is this? The signature armor of Goss Prime's aesthetic. I don't know if I bought this. Oh, wow. This works really well. Who'da thunk it? Am I crazy? That's his normal. That's his prime feat. Yeah. No, I've been using the skin for so long. Shout out Andre for dropping 3 roses. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's crazy. Yeah, I've used the fucking other skin for so long. So yeah, Soulgate is very cool. But yeah, Armored Agility and Speed Drift. Those are the 2 that you're missing. So that is going to Lua and looking for these specific rooms, and then you'll have to look up Speed Drift and look up the room. It's an awful chance to spawn. Actually, useful Soulgate. Yeah. No, I'm thinking it'll be very good. But yeah, dude. I think you might be able to max out with a lot of fire damage, and I don't know how big the area is, so I think that'll be an interesting thing to understand, because usually I'm not running really high range on Wisp, but I feel like I could lose a little bit of strength to actually get another useful ability to use alongside Roar and kind of buff my squad. Normal Goss. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I got you. Oh, dude, and then normal Goss. Giving you some nice metallic. So I think this is a skin, but so that was the Soulgate augment. The Corvex has an augment. His 4th ability is a channeled ability, and you can like bounce it off the pillars, and it like makes them super powered and makes them gives them extra duration. I don't know if I could slot it in. I feel like I might be able to, but yeah, it like ramps up damage, so you can kind of just stay in it for a long time and spam like crazy. So there's Corvex, and then finally the one that I was saving for last, Omikuji. So you reduce cooldowns when you kill an enemy that the passive is active with. So if you just look in the bottom right, it'll tell you the weapon that you should be using. It forces me to randomize. I have to swap. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. It's like they drill a fucking hole in my brain, and they're like, oh, you're a Kome? Oh, you're a Kopme lover? Oh, you love Kome? Now you have to swap weapons. What is it, 90 seconds? 2 minutes? I don't know what time it is. We can join in a party and do some missions. Do some, yeah, let's look it up. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see how hard it is to farm Armored Agility. So you could get armored... Oh, wait, hang on one sec. No, I can look it up in here. Here, I should look it up in here. Armored Agility. Oh, I'm spelling that wrong. Armored. There you go. Armored Agility. Congratulations. Armored Agility. What's the... How many mods are there? B rotation. Average... see the... Okay, so you just do a B rotation. Interesting. Weird that it has a B rotation. I guess that's just the rarity, but yeah, 15%. As part of the 4300 platinum purchase pack. Oh my god. Oh, Nightmare mission. Nightmare mode rescue. Oh, wait. Nightmare mode missions? Why? I don't know where they're separate, but yeah, there's nightmare mode, and then the other one is speed drift. Yeah, he's a god. Let's see what it takes to farm the speed test in the Orican Moon. Oh, this one is with 2 looping hallways hidden off to the sides. Has a room which contains 2 thumper. What's the spawning on this? When you is it telling me how it spawns? God, I don't know how many times you're gonna run this mission. Oh god. Is this purely just spawn chance of this fucking room? Are you serious? Is it like off to the side? No, it's like in the middle of a... They're in an exterminate. Oh, that's not terrible if it's an exterminate. I don't know how many missions you'll have to run. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have to... I don't know, man. I was gonna do some Netracells. This is God, nightmare missions. I mean, are they too difficult? Do you have an actual like loadout? Because like nightmare missions aren't like the hardest thing in the world, but it just depends on like where you're at in the game. Yeah, you show up to a... God. There's so many things that are involved in it. Like I have Dante, yeah. Like you could like I could taxi you into a nightmare mission. Oh god. Should we test it? I have a good mod loader for my guys. Well, here's the thing. Well, I'm talking about you doing it by yourself. I could... what I'm thinking is, like, you don't have all the... Like, do you have access to the Steel Path? Because if you have access to the Steel Path, then you've unlocked nightmare missions on all planets. So you can do that solo. But if, like, depending on where you're at in the game, like... I mean, nightmare missions aren't, like, hard. But yeah, 15% chance for getting armored agility. I could maybe see farming that one. I don't know how many times we would do a Lua exterminate until we got that tile. But that is a top tier, what I would call, I don't know, it's like a brainless fucking watch a podcast solo farm. Yeah, I mean, we could see. Do you have all the missions completed? Like, because if you can't even do it solo, then I'm just taxiing you into nightmare missions. I mean, these are always the same level. So yeah, this is an exterminate. It's level 11 to 13. So I can just carry you. I can just taxi you through and then do this. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see how quick we can do it. I don't know how likely we are. Like we'll probably be here for quite a while before we get armored agility, but we could definitely give it a shot and see how many rounds we can do. I didn't even mention the loadout, but yeah, I guess if someone's wanting to farm stuff and they're looking for help, I mean, who am I not to answer, right? Anyway, I should talk about the build. What are you drinking? Is that... Oh! Red Bull? No, this is not Red Bull. I don't do well off caffeine. I do well off of something else. Alright, we got you in. So let's see how many we can spam. MR10 Epitaph. Yeah, pretty good loadout. Yeah. So we'll see if you can even load into a nightmare mission. Because I think the Lua Exterminate... You know, I've never done this. Usually I just roll up with Netracells, but let's see if we can get lucky and get you maybe an armored agility. Is that Kool-Aid? Well said, Kyle. Yes, correct. That's what it is. Anyway, I'll show off the build real quick. Energy max and health. I don't think the energy max is actually necessary. This does cost 75. I do also have a max range. Well, not a max range. It's 247. Weird number, but this is a very interesting and weird Hydrate build. Like, obviously it is Viral Tempest. I like Kool-Aid, but I'm not sure. Same brand. Yeah, this is a... I don't know. I can't say anything further, but I would incriminate myself. But yeah, this is purely just like the idea that you're keeping Tempest Barrage active forever, and you'll always have a chance to proc viral. So you can really just spam the hell out of this thing. And I do actually, there are moments. So what I'm realizing is that the Ancient Healer change will be very, very powerful, but it's mostly just I'm keeping my 3 active, and then I'm spamming Tempest Barrage, and that's about it. Why did it make me leave? I don't know. I just love the color of Blue Mountains. It's Blue Waves, actually, if that's a clue. Why did it make me leave? I can see if I can join you back in, but yeah, this is taking advantage of, yeah, you get a shit ton of armor. So this is a very similar setup to Lavos, where like, yeah, I have a shit ton of armor. I have double shield regen. I have Arcane Aegis. I've got a really high base shields. This is actually a health Archon shard, so that's pretty crazy. I don't have anything else, but you'll end up with some really nice armor stats, so it's a little bit silly for that regard, but it just means you can tank maybe 1 spare hit before you need to swap to operator. Invite me again. Yeah, give me 1 second. And then you can just keep Tempest Barrage active. So here we go. We're chilling. Next up, Tenet Ferox. This is the one, chat. Heat damage, 57%. This is a Riven that is damage multi-shot crit damage. So this shit is fucking criminal. This is an evil Riven. To like use this weapon in normal gameplay, this Riven changes everything, man. It changes everything. This is also incredibly spammable. As long as my companion's alive, it's a 0.3 second charge time, but otherwise it's a ½ second, so it's a little bit slower. But you dome somebody in the face with this kind of damage, and you're proccing blast, dude. I swear to God, I should put in. Do I have Crux on the other setup? I don't think I have. I don't think I have Crux on Opticore Vandal either. No, I have Merciless. Yeah, I still generally have Merciless on these guys because they don't really shoot that off. Do I have Crux on Javlock as well? You guys all have the same set. No, I have Merciless, so there you go. There's your answer, Chad. Similar setup, but yeah, the Tenet Ferox already has an AoE, but it's a 4-meter AoE, but you're just adding on to that with a blast tick, so you can kind of cascade the blast ticks if you're lucky. So just dealing a shit ton of damage. Oh, it worked right away. Lo-Fi 247, welcome in. It actually worked. The alert for the first time in my entire life, my alerts worked. So congratulations, Lo-Fi. I appreciate you being involved in a lifelong test. So yeah, we're back. You'll see the spammage. Like, I think this is gonna be too silly. I'm gonna be adding corrosive damage to this, so whew, I hope you guys enjoy it. That's all I gotta say. Furious Incarnate is also just crazy. We'll go back to front. So base status chance is actually kind of the secret. Shots fired with crit chance lower than 40% increase base crit damage multiplier by +3 times. Interesting. Oh, did another alert happen later? I think there was like a secondary alert that happened. Oh, fuck. Well, that was close, man. Anyway, yeah, I guess this is all you can take. So it's a base crit chance of 26%, but you're gonna have to like understand how the weapon is used first of all. But appreciate all the likes, 500 likes, thank you so much. Second ability, of course, you could do accuracy on headshot, 10% instant chance for instant reload, or 10% chance for instant reload. That's not crazy. Well, actually, on headshot, I wonder if I could make that work. You're still charging it basically instantly, but I wonder if I could make that work. 35 shots in the mag. I wonder if that actually evens out. So what is it? It's a 10% chance? 10% chance. I think I can make that work with the multi-shot. And then this is the weird one. On hitting enemies affected by electricity status, plus 40% multi-shot for 2 seconds stacks up to 3 times. So you just have to proc electricity. And you're going to see how that works when I talk about the classic, the game over secondary encumber galvanized shot viral fire build. This is a 78% crit chance with 187% status chance, which is a guaranteed heat proc with a tick rate of 24 ticks per second. So that's 24 heat ticks a second. And granted, you kind of have to watch it to see it work, but yeah, you are also procking secondary encumber, so all you need is a single electricity proc. Holy shit, 1,200 likes on TikTok. I'm glad I'm trying to read the TikTok chat a little bit better, but chat, I'm very glad to have everybody here. But yeah, this is a you'll see it. Anything that doesn't die instantly is basically going to proc every status in the game. So, but if that does happen, then that means I'm playing poorly. So you'll have to just watch. Obviously, there's some enemies that it just doesn't work with. But there's a few where it's very nice. So, last one is a swinging influence weapon. So this guy has no crit stats. So it's just, 100% crit chance or 100% status chance, which is pretty nice. 22% chance for electricity. So this is just melee influence with a sword and shield. So you have a 200% slash proc and a 100% slash proc. So, you know, it's not the strongest thing in the world, but it is a reason to incentivize not using just bonking with everything. So it does have a weird slam where I just don't think it would work. But yeah, there's the setup. Should we see how quick we can burn them? Here, we may get lucky. I have a good feeling that we could maybe get armored agility, but I don't know what the likelihood of getting the right room in Lua. But yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, this is the first time that I've just had a straight request to play something. But yeah, we're just doing weekly, so it's like, yeah, if we get lucky, if we don't, we'll do a couple rounds. I'm barely gonna use this loadout, so I'm probably just gonna stay. 1 second, my game is loading again. All right, well, we're ready. We're good to go. But have you seen the new Proto Frames update? Yeah, dude. That trailer is insanely gamer. That was so sick. I love that trailer. It kind of crashed. Oh, dude. You hate to see it, but we'll see if I can taxi you into missions. Zethan says, "Where you at?" Oh, this is so this is in 1999. So when you complete the new war and you know, Angels of the Zeramin and you know the Whispers in the Wall and all this other stuff, then you'll unlock 1999, and this is like a whole nother place. And you get this back rooms, and it's a whole nother staging area, and it's sick. And Eleanor talks to you 24/7. Every time I run back and forth, definitely getting the new Rockstar Warframe. Yeah, dude, exactly. Well, I want to see how fast I can farm all that stuff, but yeah, Eleanor just kind of yaps to me constantly. 2,800 likes. Holy shit, dude. Bro, I literally blink. I blink, and it goes up by 1,500. Holy shit, that's insanity. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Yeah, are we live? Are we ready? It crashed. Appears to be offline. Ooh, that place looks sick. That place looks sick. I didn't know you could use it like that. Yeah, it's a base of operations. So you have your arsenal over here. You have your syndicates over here. This is the main reason that I use it, right? Arsenal, foundry, right? Syndicates, okay? These are your mods. I don't know if this is something. This is something. Your Nightwave is over here. You've got your relics right here. That's just a decoration. You've got your Automacycle, whatever. You got Arthur's Kingdom page. That's not anything. You've got the market over here. So everything is just right here. Everything is just next to each other. You've got your companions over here. You've got your Helminth over here. Eleanor is yapping to you constantly. She can't stop talking. You've got your Helminth right here. So this is what I love. And then you come up here and you've got your navigation. You've got your palm to like do your Kim chatting. your Kim chatting, and like your bounties, which is like stuff that I need to do this week. So you've got your codex over here, so it's insanely fun. Somacord, you could play some music. Oh, I love it. Shout out Zethan, I appreciate it. You convinced me back on Warframe grind again. Yeah. So you have to complete the new war. You have to complete Angels of the Zeramin. You have to complete Whispers in the Wall. And all of this is requiring pretty decent gear, but if you complete the new war, then you will acquire a weapon called the Nadaruk, which I'm going to be talking about in my tier list video, which is going to be happening in 2 weeks. We're doing those on Mondays. We're going to be doing a tier list once a week, talking about okay, we're going to be doing the top 20 rifles and then the next 20. So we'll do the top 40 rifles, but the bottom 20 or like the next 20, because there's more below that. But yeah, that list is good. You go to your Palm PC and just choose the back room. Yup. Awesome. I'll have to do that. I didn't know we could. Yeah. I won't lie. I'm pretty high ranked already. Dude, easy clap then. You're chilling. Because that's what I mean. Like, you don't need the strongest gear. I mean, you have to be able to kill necromechs, but that's not super difficult. What's a good way to make plat? Honestly, dude, I've been seeing Requiem relics. It's a pretty consistent price. Also, well, it depends on what syndicate you have, but selling augment mods is pretty easy. Sometimes I like rolling Rivens or selling unrolled Rivens. So if you sell veiled Rivens. What if I'm MR8? Ooh. You could probably still do Requiem relics. Have you completed the War Within? If you've completed the War Within and you can fight level 100 enemies, then you can do Void Floods and Kuva Floods and Kuva Siphons, and you can get a bunch of Requiem relics, and you could farm a bunch of stuff. Is Riley alive? Does Riley exist, or am I playing Netracells, chat? I have a grace period. I'm nice. Sometimes. I can be patient. Sometimes. All right, chat. Is it time for Netracells? What we've actually come here for. Yeah, I just finished the War Within. Yup. Corrupted mods. Yup. Corrupted mods wouldn't hurt. Yup. So doing missions on Demos, which is where I'm at. So these are just like normal Orokin vaults. You need to have corrupted, or you need to have dragon keys, which will like reduce your stats and make you suffer. Wait, you're here, but you're offline? Appears to be offline twice. Have you loaded in? I'm on solo. Have you loaded in? I gave it some grace. Received your invitation. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Unfortunately, I gave it 5 seconds too short. Failed to join your session. Here, let me load into the mission, and then we'll. Corrupted mod means golden. So, basically, how it works is there are void keys. The 5 positives and negatives. Yeah. Wait. I just finished the War Within. Corrupted mods. Oh yeah, to sell for plat. That's a good idea. I just got into the game. Corrupted means golden. No, so corrupted mods are like these special mods that you have to farm. But to get them, you have to get dragon keys. So it's like this whole rabbit hole. I should do a video about that. Oh shit, I should do a video about that. That should be an easy video. But let's see if we can taxi you into. Have you unlocked Lua yet? That's the thing. Have you unlocked Lua yet? Oh my god. Am I just fully taxing? Dragon keys from the foundry. So dragon keys are from... Failed to join your session. Oh, interesting. Yes, you have Lua. Oh, Lua isn't important. Sorry, I'm talking about too many things. So Ethan, for you need Demos. It says host not found. Oh, yeah, maybe you can try inviting me. Oh, there you go. That worked. You just tried to try again. So for you, Ethan, to get corrupted mods, I'm getting confused. Sorry, I'm talking to Riley. I'm talking to chat. To get corrupted mods, that is Demos. All right. So this is the same. So I'll just show it off in the. So this is Demos, the normal Demos path. This is the actual open world of Demos. But what you're actually dealing with is these missions. So you're gonna actually be doing here Horrend. This is just a capture mission. You know how to do a capture mission. You have these dragon keys. To get a dragon key, you need to craft. You need to buy. You need to essentially go to a dojo and buy these keys from a special shop. I mean, it's a blueprint just like anything else in the dojo, but you come over here to the keys and you craft these dragon keys. Each of them will reduce stats. So this is health, this is shields, this is damage, and this is speed. So if you're a gamer and you're a maxed out loadout, I don't have a dojo. Well, if you are interested, my username is right above my head. Send me a friend request, send me a message if you see me online, and you can join my dojo. I'll send you an invite to my dojo. I have everything unlocked. I need to open Orokin Vaults, yeah. I've completed all the content, even Steel Path. I just farm stuff and try and collect everything. Yeah, exactly. Shout out Kyle. So that's like that's like the real second phase. So yeah, Lua is going to be important for other stuff. Plus ability strength, but you could get like minus ability range. Yep, true. Like overextended, yep. Should be good. Same Kyle, yeah. Like it's good to be at the game, yo, but I'll add you right now. Yeah. So add me as a friend. I have a dojo. It has like we could go to the dojo real quick and show off what I have here. I don't know where I have this little thing, but then we'll get into gameplay. But this is what I mean. Like it's a Friday stream. It's loose. I have Netra cells that I need to complete. I can do them whenever I need to. So yeah, if somebody's looking to farm something right now, we'll see if we get lucky. That's what I gotta say. This guy has good luck. They don't call me Archon Amar for no reason, right, chat? Dude, I gotta say... Oh, hang on. I tabbed some stuff out. One sec. I tabbed some stuff out. Okay, we're good to go now. Yeah, 3,900 likes. Yeah, Isaiah. Dude, Isaiah's been bombing the likes like crazy, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Could we go together, yeah. So here in my dojo, what do I have over on this side? I think this is one of the things that I need. I built a bunch of rooms. Yeah, so this is the Orokin lab. And if you come here, you can buy all of the dragon keys. So it's like way down this hallway. I don't know why I made all these hallways. Oh, these are power rooms. Oh, okay. So these are all power rooms. So I just kind of built these all out. So I have a shit ton of power rooms to supply power for the dojo. But then you have all these different rooms, and then you can have the dry dock over here. So this is like the most minimalist dojo you could ever have. And then if you come off in this direction, there's like some secondary farms. Like you have, I think, the Vent Kids lab and like Dagoth's Hollow. I think this is the Vent Kids lab. Yeah, this is where you get Ureli. There's Ureli. And then if you come over here, there is Dagoth's Hollow down one of these hallways. No, this is the Crimson Branch. So this is where you can sell your Kuva Liches and stuff. But if you go down here, this is Dagoth's Hollow. This is where you can craft the Dagoth parts. So these are like these weird offshoot dojo rooms that I've needed to craft. So it's an interesting loadout. But yeah, I wanted to have the dry dock as close as possible. I needed to have the dry dock as close as possible. And then if you come over here, then you can swap the arsenal over here. So I have a teleport point, so you can come over here and swap your arsenal stuff and change your loadout and stuff. So from this navigation point, I can actually come over here and we can start the actual mission. So this is a level 10 vampire mode mission. Can we go together? Sun Eater, from my boy Sun Eater in TikTok chat. Oh, I gotta say, there's a bunch of stuff showing up in the multi-stream chat, so I gotta make sure that I'm at least checking the multi-stream chat, because it's been crazy TikTok support. I appreciate everybody, but we're playing Warframe now. I'm gonna stick to this loadout for a while. What am I missing? Yeah, Sun Eater. My username is right above my head. So we can you can add me as a friend and we'll get you involved. And okay, but here's the thing. Let's get lucky. Nick Gahoor is new frame. Interesting. Speed account, dude. Appreciate that. That's don't exactly know what that means, but appreciate it. Shout out Rocco for dropping some likes on TikTok. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's see if we can play it. Yeah, it looks like we can play it. So stick by me. I just sent a friend request. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Can I load out of here? Oh, we're going in. Don't worry. This mission will take 5 seconds. We'll see just how quick I can play. But yeah, maybe we'll get lucky. We'll get armored agility. It's a 15% chance. I don't know what the likelihood of spawning the correct room is for speed drift, but I feel like it's a way lower chance, and we're going to be doing a zillion of them. And so yeah, for Riley, the question is, do you have Lua unlocked? Because I'd be curious to know if you've completed every node on multiple planets, because that is pretty important. Is like, we'll kind of see how it goes, but this is 139 enemies. Oh, that's actually kind of crazy, but we'll get this buff right off the bat. Hit the buff, and then yeah, we can kind of just nuke everything. So I don't know if I'll be healing, but yeah, we should be chilling. So we can kind of burn this mission as quick as possible. I want to see how much damage you got, because these guys are only level 10, so you do have vampire mode, but vampire mode is like nothing, and I can power heal you if need be. But I do feel like Furus and Karnan might be a little bit crazier, but yeah, my gun is gonna one-shot like way beyond what is normal. Like I'm sorry, Chad. This is gonna be a little bit silly, unfortunately. So I wanna see 64, 65. Yeah, these are level 10, so you should be able to nuke them pretty quickly. All right, there you go. So let's pray for some armor agility luck. That's the luck. Here, I'll clean up some stragglers. Oh, it's a fun mission. I'm glad it's an exterminate. I don't know if we get lucky on a bunch of other nodes, but we'll have to see. I hear Dara got Incarnate. Yeah, Dara Incarnate is pretty good. It's just like a hit scan weapon that has built-in punch through and shoots kind of slow, but it deals a zillion damage. And I have a Riven that's super absurd, so I use Blast on it, and it like adds this super high damage AoE that kind of like nukes. So it's a crazy setup to turn just like a normal rifle into a kind of a nuke. So it becomes pretty important. Like I found that, like, dude, when I'm doing Void Cascade, I actually spam that shit like crazy. I really just need to have, you know, a weapon that can kill crowds of enemies that are inside the bubble, and then also kill Thrax enemies at the same time. I'm gonna have to try it. Yeah, it's crazy. But it is just a hit scan weapon that shoots pretty slow. Ice Storm, unfortunate. Shit rolls. Okay, we're safe, though. I think we can survive. I think we can get good odds. So we'll see if Ethan got the friend request. Hey, it'll be good, Ethan. You would be the first person to join my dojo. You'd be the first person. I built it out a long time ago. Which one is it? I think it's this one. And then can I send you a dojo? How do I do this? I forget. I always forget. Clan. Invite member. I just added him. Recent. No, it's not going to show up here. This one. This is the one. Clan invitation successfully sent. Founding Warlord. Rank 10 Ghost Clan. Fuck yeah. Oh, next rank in 87,000. Damn. So there's a bunch of other stuff to unlock, but I have the Ignis Wraith and I have the Hema. That's all that matters. Pending. Initiate. Initiate. Amen. Or Emin. I don't know how you'd say that. If it's Ethan, yeah. Is it Eamon? Yeah. I don't know. Don't want to get too distracted, but that was an easy nightmare mission. Wait, we can replay it? Wait, what? It still exists? What is going on? There's no way I can just replay this mission over and over again. There's no way. This might be pretty lucky. We'll see how fast we can get, but that is pretty criminal. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I will say that. I mean, from this point on, I mean, if anyone's curious, if you are looking to farm stuff, bro, why your person look like Maharaj? Wait, is that what you're saying? Maharaj? Is that? Are you talking about this guy? Are you talking about Maharaga? I add you. Ooh, yup. Appreciate it. Wait, does it show up here? Okay, we'll see if it shows up. I feel like I'm just not even keeping any of my abilities active. I have no reason to. I have no reason to, chat. Yeah, Maharaga? Yeah, no, that's the goat. Oh! Oh, you're talking about this Syandana. Okay, so this is two things, actually, if you guys are curious. For the fashion, the Hydroid fashion. So this is two things. This is a Syandana called the Raiju or something. Raiji, I forget. It's like all of the different, it's all the different focus schools as like a ring on your back. And on top of that is one of the ephemeras of the Sisters of Parvos. This may potentially be the cold variant, but I'm not sure. I don't know which element you need to get the correct ephemera. So I'm very excited to see. So for now, chat, I've got some ephemera farming to do, so you're going to be seeing insane amounts of coda and all that stuff. So I don't know how much steel essence I'm going to be farming, but I've got some relics, or I've got some ribbons that I need to roll. So I want to kind of roll my ribbons when I do the tier lists and when I talk about weapons and actually use them, and then we can kind of get into it. So I think we're good. Still caught up, looking good. All right, safe. Oh, dude. All right, chilling.
Well done.
And we're done. Do we still get the... There's no way we still get a mod. Right? That couldn't be a thing. I feel like that would be a little bit too criminal. Let's see.
Mission complete.
Here's the test.
Excellent work, Tim.
No. Reward already received. There's your answer. So that was a useless mission. So we have to go find another nightmare mission and hope we get good luck. So I can snag you potentially one movement speed mod if we get lucky. Reward already received. You hate to see it, man. But yeah, if you've got Goss Prime, it's a pretty good margin. Oh, there's the friend request. Appreciate it. Do you also want to join the dojo? Is that, I don't know what the, is that a Roman numeral? I don't know what that Roman numeral stands for. Ethan, do you also want to add me as a, or get in the dojo? Just let me know. But yeah, let's see what other roles we get. So we'll go to the nightmare missions. Defense, death detonation. That's okay. This one is spy, death detonation, gravitation. No, fuck off. Spy mission. Lua, crossfire, exterminate. Should we try it? Do you think we could get lucky? Do you think we could get lucky and get the speed drift room in the correct one? 2002, but unfortunately I'm a co-leader in mine already. No, appreciate it. All good. Oh, wait. Nope, that's fine. Here. I'll let you actually decide when to play. But yeah, this is a Lua Exterminate. That is also a nightmare mission. Oh. So in terms of me being Archon Amar and having the luck that I have, this would be the mission where in one mission I literally farmed them the only two mods that I would say they would need. Oh, besides speed drift. But speed boost, sprint boost. The aura mod, which you get from Nightwave, which I just can't help you with. I can't help you. I'm not going to help you with your Nightwave.
My intel suggests there are
your Nightwave is that's like, yeah, that's like straight taxing. Like that's just like getting lucky in the Nightwave rolls. So we just kind of run through, I think, and then we look at the rooms that show up, and then potentially the correct one will show up. So we may get lucky, we may not, but that would be the classic rolls. So there have been moments. There have been definite moments. Oh, we're gonna spawn some sentients. You're definitely gonna want to stick close to me. Oh, they spawn on me though. Look at this. They spawn on me. Did another one spawn on him? So this is not it. This is just a hallway. Does it count as a hallway? It might count as a hallway. I don't know how it spawns in the map is the thing. Like, the basic gist is like if you've ever played a survival, then you start to realize that the map is going to spawn in like arena hallway every single time. So you have to think about like how it's spawning and like if you're getting some extra spawns and stuff. So that is the wrong drift, right? That is a drift mod, but it's not the correct one. But yeah, I don't think you're getting it as like an end cap. What the fuck? Oh my god, I didn't even realize this was a larvaling. Do not stab that. Do not hold interact. It's gonna show you a weapon. Do not do shit with that. I hope you know what a Kuva larvaling is. That's all I can say. Just let it chill. What does it have? Kuva shield egg. Who killed it? I don't even know what it would be. It would be like a toxin Kuva shield egg. And you would ruin your whole life. You'd be like, what the fuck just happened to me? What did I do to myself? I stabbed this stupid little larvaling thing and now I'm suffering for all of eternity. So, I don't know. We'll see if we get lucky. How do I get my intrinsic up on my railjack? You just have to play railjack missions. And then no matter, like all of the XP that you collect is added to a pool and those are calculated into intrinsic points. And most of the early intrinsics are really valuable, but they're also really easy to get. They don't cost many points. So if you can rank up further in the Proxima zones and get to a higher level, then you can potentially get access to a lot of intrinsic points, but it does require, like, this is another reason. So my dojo has the best Sigma mods. So I am a Sigma gamer, chat. I'm going to say that completely straight-faced. I am a maxed out Sigma gamer. I've got all the rank 3 Sigmas. So we can all be confident that we are rank 3 Sigmas if you're a part of my dojo. So when you do Rising Tide, you don't really need it, but I would say getting the defense ones of those, so getting like more shields and more hull will be a little bit valuable, but unfortunately we got unlucky, did not get the speed drift room, so not sure how it spawns or where it spawns, but it seems like you'd have to do a zillion of these missions. You'd have to do a lot of Lua missions, but hey, if you're going for every single speed mod, Seeking Fury, that is not the one we're looking for. Unfortunately, chat. I hate to say it. Does it take long to get to 5? Rank 5? No. Rank 5 is like, so it goes, it's like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, I think. So it's like, it stacks up on the last couple, but on the early ones, you're pretty much fine. So, yeah, let's see what other nightmare mods we get. Maybe we get some good luck. What is this? Ooh, a mobile defense, energy drain. Oh, that's easy clap. I'm not even casting my fucking abilities, bro. You're kidding me. I think we can land armored agility, but bro, if you're ready for a grind, you're gonna have to do fucking 20 Lua exterminate. So if we get lucky, we'll get armored agility, and that's what I'll give you. I'll do this on stream with you, but the grind for speed drift will be like pulling out your hair. So I don't even know if you have Lua unlocked. I don't even know if you've completed the, what is it, the second dream or something. What should I be spending my plat on? Lol, I got a ton from a Riven. Bro, how much did you sell a Riven for? I have Lua. Okay, then you're chilling. Dude, slots. Yeah, true. I appreciate that take. I try not to buy too many cosmetics. Yeah, slots and potatoes. Absolutely. I appreciate that. I'm very blessed that I'm in a position. 12. What was the Riven? Toastbusters, you have to tell me what the Riven was. You cannot just leave me hanging like this, bro. That is 1,200 for Magist. That is the take. That is the GOAT right there. Toastbusters, the GOAT. Right before the change. So somebody, was it an unrolled? Is somebody using it as a slam weapon? Like, what's going on, man? That's a goated rip. Is it a god roll? Did you sell? You should have sold a god roll. Bro, what did you roll? What were the stats? Oh my god, I need all of this. I need all the tea. I want to build Sampotes. Yeah, Sampotes is insanely goated. There are like giga standouts when it comes to like when it comes to heavy slam weapons. Like there are slamfluence weapons that can nuke the map in a way that is just so criminal and like so evil that like I cannot condone it. It was a god roll but no negatives. Oh, okay. So that's good. What were the stats though? I have to know what the stats are. I have to know what someone is willing to spend 1,200 platinum on a Riven for. That is straight Riven Mafia shit. Toastbusters is in the Riven Mafia. I'm calling it now. He's fleecing people. He's out here fleecing people with these god rolls. I'm telling you, somebody would have stolen it from him for 500 plat if he wasn't a stingy ass bargainer. If he wasn't a maxed out, he knows how to barter. He knows how to make it work. So, shout out Toastbusters. That is the power of the Riven Mafia. Sometimes it's with good connotations, sometimes with bad connotations, but you should never forget about it. Never in your life should you discount the Riven Mafia. You can get some numbers that you would never expect, and hey man, that's what god rolls are for. So I have to know what the stats are. You can't just hide them from me. I have to know what somebody's paying that type of coin for. God, I'm turning Italian. I gotta know what somebody's paying that type of coin for, man. How you rolling that type of money out here, man? Never watched a single episode of The Sopranos. Right, chat? I'm embarrassing myself. So, shout out all my homies from New York or New Jersey. I would love to visit once in a while, but that's a place that I love and I think is so much fun, and I want to visit one day for tour purposes, but chat, that's long-term goals. That's like, I mean, the goal is like 35-year-old Amar. Right, I'm turning 25 in April. My birthday is April 2nd, 2000. Get that straight. Right? You guys can lock that in. That's a lore drop for you guys to just have. Take with that what you will in terms of like everything, but dude. I mean, yeah, I'm born in the year 2000, so I will say, yeah, that's my goal is, you know, I want to be able to visit you guys eventually and do something crazy, but that's all long-term stuff. Right now, chat, I got to say Techrot Encore seems like a mega win. Like, Techrot Encore seems like the biggest shit ever. Also, I should mention, for everybody here, I'm being really shitty, but I have a Discord, chat. I have a Discord where you can get involved and you can meet some of my legendary rank members of the Discord that love to drop. I mean, I'm talking when these guys drop builds, they're dropping bombs, bro. Like when Harsh drops a video for you, you got to be here for that one. That's like a monthly drop, right? I know he has trouble uploading sometimes. I really hate to see it, but yeah, I would love to get him set up on that. So I have a lot of fun with it, but yeah, what I really love is that yeah, the link to my Discord is like in all the relevant places, so it's in my profile on TikTok. Like, I put it everywhere, so you know you can meet everybody and get involved. So yeah, there is a raffle involved in the Discord. So for anybody that joins and is new, I have a monthly raffle that happens. It's going to be happening next Tuesday. So we're going to be doing some family stuff happening on Monday, and then on Tuesday we're gonna big stream. I've got a lot of stuff to give away. I've got to take a look at my prime sets and see what I've earned in my time, and maybe you have a Vauban set available. But yeah, what I gotta say is I'm always thankful for everybody that's new and gets involved, and I'm thankful for everybody on Twitch. You know, I appreciate that I do kind of spam this shit like crazy. I have a lot of fun just playing, and I'm glad to get people involved, and that's the main thing. And yeah, so for the raffle for future months, so obviously if you join the Discord, then you're automatically entered for that month, and then for future months, then you just show up and say hi and get involved, and I'll mark you down and add you to the wheel. And then yeah, I mean, you can also, if you are interested, I also run a community showcase that happens alongside. So you know, when you're watching Harsh's video, then yeah, that's part of the community showcase. I'm going to show that off and just do a, you know, brief showcase of what he's already talking about. Just kind of let his video speak for itself. And yeah, like what that will provide you is that, you know, for the raffle, if you want to submit for multiple months, then you can, you know, submit a couple different fashions, and then we can get you entered in for multiple months, and then just let me know. And you know, that's the primary way, because you know, the goal is that I'm always incentivizing, you know, my longtime viewers that are always here and always getting involved. And you know, for anybody that's new, like, we gotta get Toast involved. I don't know what Toast's Discord username is, but I don't know if your nickname changes for me as well, but sometimes I feel like changing people's usernames. But Prey, Archon, or armored agility, fucking chilling reload, I swear to God. Chat, what missions should I grind for actual decent mods? Dude, I actually need to make a video about this, but I've been looking at it and I've been thinking. So, I'm doing a video right now. I did a video that's literally just, from what I can tell, it's gonna be a 3-minute video that's just covering Vor's Prize and like the basic mods, and that's it. And then the video ends. Like, I don't know how long the video is gonna be, but weirdly enough, I have a bunch of shield regen mods, and then I have a bunch of mods that I got from Fortuna. So I have to look into that. So I don't have a video out yet, but a lot of the starter open worlds like kind of offer you some decent mods, and it's weird to see, but I do unfortunately have to take a pee break. So I gotta apologize to everybody, but I've been doing pretty good, but I gotta be up out of here, and so give me a brief moment. I'll be right back. Okay. I made it. I'm back. Okay. Whew. Y'all see me, chat? What else am I missing? She sounds fire. Would watch. I need missions to play for mods and stuff. Yeah. My Discord is G-Train. Oh, interesting. Oh, G-Train and okay, so we've already got you in then. Yeah, I gotta find you. Here, can I look at you in the members list? Can I search this? Oh, well, anyway, yeah. Don't get too distracted. Oh. I just reacted to that. Sorry. Did not mean to react to that. Oh my god. I'm just messing around with stuff. Not gonna lie. I haven't played in a minute. Yeah, I feel it. Anyone in the chat want manticords? Okay. Yeah, I'm back. But yeah, I will say for anybody that's interested, we'll get into more games, but I do have also a YouTube channel. So That's my primary platform at this point. I have every video I've ever made available on YouTube, and you can watch it. There's a playlist for it at the bottom. What is that username? Says Brody. Appreciate it. Before you start, show me Wisp. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I can do that. Let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a capture. Oh, fuck yeah, it's a capture. So yeah, for Riley, good luck with the Lua exterminates. I will not be helping you with that, but I will hopefully potentially get you an armored agility. We'll see. We may get lucky. What did you want to see? Wisp. Yeah, let's show off a Wisp build. This is 2 Tau Forged Reds for ability strength, and this should be 2 more. I might make this one a Tau Forged and maybe this one as well, but yeah, that is the goal. Just a shit ton of power strength. That's it. This is just Arcane Guardian with adaptation and blind rage, so my healing moat gives me 100 healing as it is. I'm going to add growing power on top of that. I'm also going to add sling strength. So this is just like a maxed out power strength. And then honestly, just because of how much survivability I get from this, I feel like I could potentially replace Will-O-Wisp and replace this with doing the Soul Gate augment, like replace Augur Secrets, sacrifice a little bit of that stuff. I've also thought about replacing Fused Reservoir and only casting Vitality and Haste, and it would actually save me some energy overall. Costs 200% more energy. Oh, I guess it technically, yeah, it would cost the same as all 3 energy. It would cost the same as casting all 3. So, I guess I could potentially do that and add some power strength back in. So you may see me do that when the augment comes out, and then I can actually kind of use her as a DPS frame. But yeah, this is insane amounts of buffs, insane fire rate buff. You've got Arcane Avenger, you've got Roar in there. This is a squad buff build, so that's the main thing, is that I do actually try to squad buff. Now, Fuse is good, it costs the same. Yeah, that's what I mean, but if I can sacrifice Fused Reservoir and replace it with Power Strength, so that this guy is 24% ability strength, but Power Drift is 15. So if I sacrifice Augur Secrets and I replace it with another augment, then I can add 15% back. So I only actually lose like 9% ability strength. Yeah, so I don't actually give a fuck about the shock moat. I don't need to be casting it. It's useless. It's a wasted energy. I could save, and then what it means is that my health and my speed motes are in 3 separate clusters. So I can have a health and a speed mote in 3 areas versus only having a triple cluster in 2 areas. So it's actually a massive buff for Wisp, because Wisp's whole job, the only reason I fucking use Wisp is because I hate arbitrations for the life of me. I'm so sick of fucking little doodah dandy who doesn't know how to play this game and shows up in an arbitration and gets nuked. I hate to say it, if you die in arbitrations a lot, I hate to be that guy. But bro, I show up in an arbitration, I put down a health mote and I put down a speed mote on all 3 of the arenas. I put them in the hallways between the arenas, and then I leave it up to my squad to provide themselves with 1,000 max health. It's more than 1,000 max health. It's more than 115% health regen. So it's up to you then to look at the minimap, go to the fucking thing, stand on it. It is a low duration. I do think I could probably swap one of the shards and replace it and get a little bit higher duration. I could sacrifice a little bit of power strength, but that's what I mean, man. The point of Wisp that I actually use it for is to just make sure that, like, if I'm in an arbitration, my squad mates are not forcing me to run around and pick up little jangly bits that reduce my max health by like 70%. It's so fucking awful. I've been down that road so many times. All I want to do is a public arbitrations. What's your most used frame? Oh, that's an easy one. Most used frame is a great answer, actually. Saren is my most used frame. with 2 Tau Forged greens for Toxin. Basically, Toxic Lash gives you a separate damage instance, and then Zada's Whisper also gives you a separate damage instance. So you're kind of just doing a zillion damage, and then you just stack as much power strength as you want. So I wish I actually had more survivability. I could kind of remove Augur Secrets, honestly, and still survive. Shout out BK Grizzy for following. Appreciate it. Welcome in. How do you get Archon mods? I missed that from Cold. Apologies. By the way, do you know where I can farm Arcane Energized? You can farm it right now if you do. You need to have... You can do volatile motes, I guess. You can still technically farm volatile motes. I watch from now and then, yeah. What am I missing? Wait, let me see screenshot. Let me screenshot the build. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Why her, though? I never get it. So this is ancient lore. So my most used frame is always defined by what I did the most for the most amount of time in my Warframe career. And most of the time, I was showing up in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught because I was leveling weapons. I was leveling dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of weapons. And if I go to my profile, the stats are actually pretty even. 4.9% usage, 3.7% usage, 4.0% usage, and 6.4% usage. Pay no mind to a Darza Kavat. That was a whole different era. But yeah, Warframe 4.9, 4.1. So Loki obviously has a lot of power, just purely because of the invisibility factor that you can get. It's a very nice thing for things like mining. I do a lot of mining. Who's your favorite? I do think Saren is very strong. We can kind of go down the list a little bit more. I would say Mesa has ended up being very strong for me. That's a double buff. Anything with a double crit buff. So I like Zephyr because you can get a double crit buff that way. There's a couple other... Mirage also ends up being very strong. I like Protea as well. You can get a big roar buff, and you can also actually spam the guns pretty easily. So what I enjoy a lot more in recent times has been buff frames. Like any frame that is, yes, maybe having a DPS ability. Like, yes, Mesa has her Exalted Pistols. Am I spamming Mesa's Exalted Pistols? Probably not. So where is Hydroid? I feel like Hydroid has moved. Yeah, Hydroid has moved very high. So maybe we'll just we'll randomize a little bit. Has the Tenet Ferox moved? The Tenet Ferox has not moved, so we guess we won't worry about that. What about the Furus? Okay, that guy's moved. I guess this guy has moved as well, so I guess we have to swap a little bit. I'll show the builds off and then we'll keep going. I don't know how quick these missions will be, but yeah, Zaku real quick. Holy shit, a lot of blues. That's energy max, that's health, that's shield capacity, and that's ability strength. So not a lot of ability strength. 154. This is 2 shield regen mods. Arcane Arachne Molt Augmented. You're not getting shot. You have your 4th ability, Vast on Time. You're not getting shot. I'm potentially only casting this ability. Do you like Act Magnus Prime? Act Magnus Prime is goated. Act Magnus Prime has a 4% chance to proc. Maybe I just won't show you guys the builds. I don't know. I can explain how the build works as we play, but I'm trying to play more Warframe, and we're going to be doing a zillion of these missions. So I may just swap, and then I'll explain how the build works. I need to reforma all that on Zaku. I just bought from Trade Chat. Oh, I feel it. If you like Act Magnus Prime, here, I'll show you. So Act Magnus Prime has a 4% chance for infinite ammo for 4 seconds. Works with multi-shot, is refreshable. So I blast on it with secondary encumber. So I got galvanized shot. So when I proc every status effect in the game, it buffs me with galvanized shot, and it also potentially applies viral stacks and other stuff. So this is a weapon that is a full auto, where if you add blast to it, then suddenly it can like nuke crowds like it's nothing. One of the most brainless. I'm getting really tired. Hey man, that's all good. No, I feel it. Hey, if that's all I need to hear. I mean, I appreciate you joining, but you get the idea. So you've got nightmare missions for armored agility, and you've got the Lua exterminate, and you pray for the speed drift. But just, bro, Google speed drift. Google Warframe speed drift real quick for me, if you would. I hate to be that guy. I don't know why I have to do this, but I'm like, chat, you should be doing lots of Googling in Warframe. Once you know what you're looking for, it's the part of the struggle is knowing what you're looking for. But yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate Riley for joining me. But yeah, if you're getting tired, then we'll go into some serious gameplay. Now that we've re-rolled, I'll show off the build and we'll do some Netracels. So I'm gonna head to Sanctum Anatomica. So appreciate you joining me. Shout out Riley. So I've learned ya. Come. But yeah, now you know. I want to get into a tank build for Trin or start playing Nidus again. Trinity is very good as a tank build. Her fourth ability gives 75% damage reduction to everything in affinity range, which obviously works with things like Avenger or adaptation and shit like that. But let's show off the build before we go into a Netracel and then see. We'll probably only have time for one Netracel, but yeah, this is a Zaku build. This is criminal, so excuse me, lots of survivability. This health could be removed. This is a little bit of a squish factor in case I ever take health damage, but I've got 75% dodge chance with Vast on Time, and this is energy max purely for usability, and then also ability strength. So this is allowing me to cast a lot, so I can have a big pool and then burn a lot of energy real quick. But it's mostly just keeping pillage active. So the loadout is basically just double shield regen with 75% dodge chance. The important thing is max range, because at max range you have more guns. Because the other important thing is that your guns, the damage of your guns scales with the damage of the enemies that they steal. So every once in a while, basically, when you recast the Vast Untime, there is a small window of decay that still exists in your second ability. So this thing lasts 15.3 seconds. So instead of taking 15.3 seconds to reset, obviously the Vast Untime will pause all duration-based abilities. So that means Zada's Whisper and Grasp of Loke, which is basically all I use. And then Pillage is functioning as both Armor Strip and a survivability ability. So you can double cast it to gain, basically reset your shield gate, and then you survive. But yeah, what's going to happen is it's going to be about half a second. If you speed up your cast time, I think it does reduce that time, but I had to remove that. But yeah, every time you recast the Vast Untime, there's like a half a second that still decays on this. So it takes a lot longer to reset, but it will reset. And when it does reset, the enemies will have leveled up. And so you'll get a nice juicy reset on your guns. They'll deal more damage. How to range 500% strength. Blind Rage, Transient Fortitude, a Mars, what is the other one? Power Strength. Yeah, Blind Rage, Transient Fortitude, Triple Umbra, a Mars Hatred, Augur Secrets, Power Drift, Growing Power, Molt Augmented. There you go. That should get you there. A couple Tau Forge Reds. That should get you close. That's a whole lot of gray. Appreciate that. Easy. Give me something tougher. But yeah, the guns do all the work for you. If you're lucky, you'll actually you'll actually kill something with your gun, like maybe twice. So, shout out my Zaku guns. That shit is gamer. Anyway, lots of survivability, which ends up being very important, and you'll see why. Zakti, this one's crazy. Damage, crit damage, status chance. That is a criminal fucking riven. Because, of course, this is secondary enervate. Oof. On hit, increases crit chance by 10%. Resets after 6 big crit hits, which is an orange crit. So, this is 10% additive crit. So this works the same as Arcane Avenger. So what's going to happen is if I had Arcane Avenger, it would do Arcane Avenger first, which is 45%. And then it would give me 10% on top of that till I get 6 orange crits and then it fails. But this thing has a timed explosion. So you can kind of bypass that sometimes and get some absurd crit numbers. But yeah, this is an AoE that you can dump like crazy. You can kind of land the bullet, but the AoE does a zillion damage. The AoE does a fuck ton of damage. So honestly, the darts aren't necessarily what I'm prioritizing actually landing shots. I mostly want to spread the darts out in an even pattern. Shout out Whole Lot of Gray for following. Also, I missed that. Appreciate that. But yeah, we've got a lot of power set up, and we can kind of just keep cruising. So, God, it's so much damage. But yeah, you'll kind of just have to watch. This is mostly just heat damage and gas damage doing a lot of work. But Jat Kusar is a weird one. This is a Riven that is a functioning 2 mods. It is counting as a toxin mod and an attack speed mod, and it's also a range mod, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, this is a this is a gas fluence build, so pretty weird, but you'll see how it works. Let's just keep moving. We've shown the setup. We're doing Netracells. It's 8:43, so we probably only have time for one Netracell, but
perfect.
Yeah, we're gaming. Is this on the wrong mode? I think it's on the wrong mode. Yeah, it is. Okay. We'll reset it. All right, chat. I'm ready for it. But this is what you're here for. Fridays, sometimes on Thursdays I do this too, but I'm trying to do this. So if you show up at the beginning of the week, I'm live Monday through Thursday. If you show up at the beginning of the week, I'll be playing all the new frames. So anything that doesn't have a prime will be on like Monday and Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, and potentially Friday, then we'll be playing prime frames. So these are like my final builds. These are like the ultimate forms of all the frames. So they're insanely powerful.
Access that terminal.
They have a lot of stuff that's just kind of needs to be built in, because in the end, this is what I actually use the most, and this is what I like to use the most. So for the start of this Netracell, it is going to suck with Zaku. This is a really shitty part of Netracells for Zaku, because obviously with Zaku, you want to be killing shit all the time, so you're getting energy orbs all the time, because you do need to spend 100 energy every 30 seconds or so. So I do feel that, but it's worth it, and in the end, you've got a shit ton of power, and you can kind of rock and roll. So appreciate everybody for... I mean, this is what I live for. This is really where I thrive. So, you know, this is what I wanna show off for everybody. It's just a solo Netracell is just where it's at, man. If you want to talk about a really easy power threshold where it's like, okay, if I can hit this margin, then I'm chilling. I also want to see the temporal Archimedia. I feel like that's going to be gamer. Like, whatever the fuck that Hell Scrub looks like, that's going to be awful. So I'm ready for it. Those missions do seem easier, though.
Assassin.
Shout out, would that be Vagif or Vajif? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I appreciate you for following. Welcome in. You got a Gruzzling. I'm going to completely avoid him because I really could give a fuck about Gruzzlings, honestly, at this point. Speedrunning Netracell solo. Yeah, this is necessary, bro. This is necessary, dude. Like, this should be a benchmark for you guys. You guys, like, if you want to consider yourself endgame, do some solo Netracells and practice them with all your setups. Mad lad, you got my respect. No, like, bro, there is nothing. That's what makes me sad. Is like temporal Archimedia will cost me 2 search pulses, which means 2 less of the solo Netracell grind, because this is where it's at. And this isn't just solo Netracells. This is solo Netracell's randomizer, right? So this is me sorting my gear by usage and deciding that, like, if a weapon is good enough to be used, then it's good enough to be swapped between. So, you know, Zocti is just my least used pistol. Thankfully, Zocti is insanely broken, right? Tenet Ferox is my least used rifle. Thankfully, Tenet Ferox is one of the most broken fucking rifles in the game. It's so absurd. Just like this beam. It's this girthy fucking bullet that just nukes for a zillion damage. And you add blast damage. Oh, I gotta be careful here. So here's the thing. I don't have Zaku's ability active because I don't have any energy. I need to snag a single energy orb, and then I can cast my 4, and now I can actually play Zaku. Alright. We should be able to survive a couple hits, but you can see you're already trying to nuke, but first thing I'm going to do is recast, or at least cast my 1 and keep that active. Maybe I just won't cast the guns the entire game, but I am using a blast weapon, so the Tenet Ferox is going to be a zillion times better, because what's going to happen is that Zada's Whisper is actually a separate damage instance. So Zada's Whisper is just going to take your damage, and it's just going to deal it again as void damage. Oh, I don't think I got the full buff, but I think I can do this to get the full buff. 16, there you go. We got all the guns. We don't have a lot of energy, but we should be chilling. We should have enough enemies on the playing field that we can refund all this energy and then actually keep our abilities going and truly play Zaku, which is the main gameplay loop. Oop, took some health damage there. You saw that. That's a little bit of a squish. I'm trying to swap. I'm stuck. I can't swap. I think I was trying to I was trying to crouch and swap at the same time, and it really wasn't liking it. I let the 2 decay a little bit. I need to get out of the circle, but still chilling. Keep it up. Good speed. I like it. The guns are putting in work. Oh, and it's chilling right here. Okay. Sweet. That's good. Okay, nice and easy. Back at it. Okay. We've got the shield regen. That's the main thing. That's the main thing that's going to keep me going. And yeah, I realized that like even Arcane Aegis wasn't really doing me any good because it's a 3% chance and I'm just not even getting shot that much. So I just gave myself the shield regen and then kind of went with it. So this is Vigilante Vigor, so I'm getting a 25% Vigilante bonus, which means that as long as I land a crit, there's a 25% chance that it's upgraded to the next tier. So if like you see like a red crit, I think it's only orange crits that you're gonna see. Yeah, you're gonna see oh, I have this ability that I can use. I have Pillage, which I can use. You're gonna see or yellow crits get upgraded to orange crits slightly more often, but that's mostly just because of that stuff. But yeah, this is what I'm here for. Like, I think if you want to be practicing some real stuff, get comfortable doing solo Netracels and just practice not dying. You know, a mission where if you die, you fail, right? That's the only thing that's hard about this mission. It's just an Entrati survival where you get one shot to revive yourself with last gasp. So if you just don't have last gasp, then you just fail the mission. And just do it solo and be like, okay, we'll come up with a build where I don't get obliterated in solo, and then there you go. That's the loadout from now on, and then you'll just be infinitely survivable in like 90% of gameplay, because in 90% of gameplay, most people are probably playing in a squad. That's what I realized. Like, I dropped the Lich video, and I had to just mention, I was like, honestly, the only way I can ever speed this up is like potentially saving a planet, like literally getting an extra guess because you wait to stab your Lich. Like there's not a lot of ways to make these Kuva Liches and Sisters of Parvos much faster, but you know, I gotta say, oh, I should mention, yeah, like I did put up the Kuva Liches video and the Sisters of Parvos video on YouTube and TikTok, so doesn't matter what platform you're on, you will be able to just watch it wherever you want. But on YouTube, I would appreciate if you go watch that video and drop a like. I don't know why this happens. All of my videos exist with 0 views for a day, and then like the next night they get a bunch of views. So I'm always waiting to just see how the video does, but you know, like the impressions like shoots up right at the start and then nobody watches it, and I'm like, it's always weird. The videos end up doing okay most of the time, but I'm always just like so confused by the analytics. So I really appreciate everybody that like goes in, you know, if I mentioned in the last video that I'm trying to hit affiliate on Twitch, so I'm trying to have, you know, an average viewer of 3. So not the craziest thing in the world, but you know, most of my audience is here on YouTube. So, you know, if you are looking to support me and it doesn't really cost much, like just go check out the Twitch stream and watch it for a little bit, and then yeah, hopefully I can just hit that margin and still be fine. I don't know if they take it away from me if my viewership drops, but I would hope not. That would suck a little bit. Yeah, I guess we're cruising. I appreciate everybody that's new on all platforms. You know, I love all my old time viewers. I love everybody that joins me and is like, oh, I love your content. So, you know, I just appreciate having everybody here. But yeah, it's a classic stream. We get to end it with a fun, you know, short little Netracel. So yeah, I'll mention it one more time. I do also have a Discord. Thank you guys so much for 6,600 likes. That is insane. That's so crazy. For the 7 new followers as well. So I appreciate you guys so much on TikTok. And I can actually see your chats. And I can see that, yeah, TikTok is blowing it up. As always, TikTok's got TikTok's got the Riz, I guess. But yeah, shout out Isaiah, shout out Ethan. You guys have been bombing the like, so thank you guys so much. I mean, yeah, my goal is that you can watch me wherever you want. That if I'm making content, I want to make sure that you guys can see it everywhere. I want to be making content that's like approachable for you guys and easy to understand. I want to break down what I'm talking about and how I play and how it influences the stuff that I talk about. So, you know, I've got a YouTube channel. That link is in the profile on TikTok. You know, same for the Discord. Definitely join the Discord. Subscribe on YouTube. And the secret chat, if you guys don't know, all you got to do, go to my YouTube homepage, scroll to the bottom, and you will see a folder of playlists. And what I've done since the day I made YouTube videos is that I put everything into a playlist. So you can see all of my guest streams where the quality is terrible, but I'm with my friends. You can see all the different game reviews that I've ever done. I've reviewed over 200 arcade games. I've got a bunch of Warframe builds and Warframe shorts for you guys to watch. I just call them Warframe videos now. I've got a lot of content for you guys to watch, and you know, some of it's available on TikTok now, but some of it isn't. So I always tell everybody, no matter where you go, this is why I will always stream on YouTube. This is why I will always primarily be a YouTube streamer. So you know, I appreciate everybody that drops a like on the YouTube video when they watch live. It does help out the video in the future. But like, this is what I'm talking about is I want to make sure that you guys can show up wherever you are and be able to watch me. Primarily, you know, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch for streaming, YouTube for streaming, TikTok for streaming. But then also, like, yeah, you guys on TikTok, I always edit separate versions of the videos that are vertical so that you guys can just watch them on TikTok. So like my Kuvalich video is up. I have a video going up next week that's literally just going to be like, here's a breakdown of the 3 different Warframes. I want to come up with something interesting for that. I think I do want to show off the different Warframes kind of at their base, like with a very simple loadout. Still with a lot of power as it is, but with a pretty easy loadout to show off. But yeah, I want to, it's basically just like, hey, here's the Warframes that you could choose. Here's the powers that they have. Here's how they work. Here's the weapon that I think you can choose. And then, you know, being like, okay, here's the mods that you'll get. And then you're just going to start with, you know, survivability on your Warframe and then potentially some damage on your rifle and your melee. So that's like basically where I would start. So, you know, that's going to be most of the power is I want to make more like short videos, 3-minute videos. I think I might try the Ferox. I've never used it before. I love it with Blast because it just does a zillion damage. Shout out TikTok for 7,200 likes. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I already talked about the TikTok or the Discord raffle. So, you know, I appreciate everybody for joining me. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I hope everybody had a good time, and yeah, have a good night. I will see you guys on Tuesday for the raffle and the community showcase. So this is your chance to join the Discord, get entered in to win the raffle, and you may potentially win a Prime Warframe set, 3 Rivens, 3 Veiled Rivens, potentially 4, and a max rank Acolyte Arcane. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Have a good night. I'm out of here. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Same place, same time, 7 p.m. Take care. I'm out of here.